hearing about the noise. It is not your TV set. It is absolutely a din in the Hoosier Dome. All the sound is coming right into our microphones. So if it appears that Jack and I are shouting during the broadcast, you're right. We are shouting because you've got 62,000 people here, and they're all quite excited, and there is no place for this noise to go except right into your living room.
So as you can see, the two teams are on the field preparing for the opening kickoff. There is Steve Berline, Notre Dame starting quarterback. And the deep men are going to be Alonzo Jefferson, and I think it's going to be Tim Brown.
Yeah, you're right.
So those two will be the deep men. Alan Pickett is not at least going to be on the first team, and kickoff returns this year give him a bit of a rest, and we're just about to get on the way. So here to call all the action in the first half is Jeff Jeffers.
Thank you, Jack Nolan. Mike Rendine, a transfer out of Florida State, will do the kicking for Leon Burtnett's crew. Tim Brown to the near side. Alonzo Jefferson standing on the hash mark to his left. The 84 season is underway. Tim Brown fumbles it, picks it up, and heads upfield. He fumbles the ball, and Purdue has a massive break.
That was Corey Cooper, a strong safety, who picked up the football and carried it into the end zone. And, Jeff, I cannot think of a worse way for this ball game and this season to start for Notre Dame.
The ball will be at the 11-yard line. You cannot advance a fumble.
Here you see it again. Brown, a little nervous, a little jittery here. Dropped it, picked it up, dropped it again. He just never got control of the football.
First and 10 Purdue at the Notre Dame 11 following the kickoff fumble by Tim Brown. Bruce King, left side, hit hard. Maybe gained a yard. Mike Griffin from his nose guard spot. Gann was there, as was Steve Lawrence.
Jeff, very important here for the Notre Dame defense to really dig in. A tough way to start the football game. But if they can hold Purdue off the scoreboard here, at least out of the end zone, would be a big lift.
Jeff Price brings in the play from Jim Coletto, the offensive coordinator for the Boilers. Wide receivers to the right side of the Boiler formation as Everett calls the signal. Blitz by Golick. Squirming through was Rodney Carter. Gannon made the stop. Golick got a hand on Carter but couldn't bring him down. Front line for Notre Dame. Klein, Griffin, and Mike Gann. Golick and Banks, the outside linebackers. Robert Banks substituting for the injured Mike Larkin. In the secondary, Ballage, Lawrence, Johnson, and Wilson. 3rd and 7 from the Notre Dame 8. I formation for the Boilers. Man in motion. There is a flag down. Everett fires. Touchdown. Rick Bruner made the catch. Let's check the flag. It appears to be against Purdue.
Legal procedure, I think, will be the call. And that's a break for Notre Dame.
Perhaps the man in motion headed upfield before the snap. That would constitute the illegal motion. If you just joined us, we've played a minute and a half. Notre Dame received the opening kickoff and never got to run a play because the freshman Tim Brown fumbled the kickoff. Purdue recovered at the Irish 11. A touchdown pass from Everett to Rick Bruner has been nullified. It is 3rd and 12. The ball is at and between the 13 and 14-yard line of Notre Dame. Griffin and Price to the near side. They are the wide receivers. Griffin in motion. Everett fires. Incomplete.
Big play by Joe Johnson. He almost picked that football off to prevent Purdue from getting this upcoming chance to kick a field goal. But the Notre Dame defense has been equal to the occasion. And they kept Purdue out of the end zone after Purdue started at the 11. They are now back at the 13.
Rendina will attempt a 21-yard field goal. Thornton will hold. The kick is away. It is good. Purdue is on the scoreboard with 13:16 remaining in the first quarter. Boilermakers 3, Irish nothing. Once again, Rendina will kick off. Alvin Miller has replaced Tim Brown as the deep man along with Alonzo Jefferson. Rendina's kick hits the turf to Jefferson. Alonzo to the 23. They may give him an extra yard to the 24. And that's where Notre Dame will begin the 1984 season on offense.
One of the interesting things about this stadium is that since it is indoors and they do not have to worry about the elements, there is no peak on the field. Most have a crown. This one does not.
Berline will be at quarterback. Brooks and Smith will see a lot of time at fullback. Pinkett is, of course, the tailback. Wide receivers, well, right now it's Milt Jackson and Joe Howard. Pinkett is nailed. Brad Horner, the nose guard, drops Pinkett for a loss of 3.
Take another look at that. Simple dive play, but Horner just got through. Nobody picked him up, and they pulled Pinkett down in the backfield.
Second and 13. Berline to throw. Good protection. Fires. He has his man. That is Joe Howard.
Finally brought him down, but a big play for Notre Dame. 27 yards. Berline with a lot of time. Well-run pattern by Howard, who broke that tackle there. And they've been able to bring him down at the first contact. He would not have gotten the first down, but he turned and did get it, and now Notre Dame is close to midfield.
Baldwin, Kevin Hawley, Brad Horner, Melvin Menke, and Tony Zisco, the front line for Purdue. First and 10, Irish. Berline on the draw to Pinkett. About a 5-yard gain into Purdue territory. Horner on the stop. Jason Houston and Kevin Sumlin, the linebackers, and the secondary, one of the better units. Chris Dishman, Rod Woodson, fine player, Kennedy Wilson, and Don Anderson for Leon Burtnett's crew. Second and 7, Irish at about midfield. Mark Brooks falls forward for maybe a yard gain. We'll bring up 3rd and 6. Brad Horner again on the play. Jason Houston with the assist. Minutes, 12 seconds showing first quarter. Purdue 3, Notre Dame nothing. Big down for the Irish, 3rd and 6. To the near side, Milt Jackson. Alvin Miller split to the left side of the formation. Berline fires. He has Milt Jackson. Tommy Lee Myers on the stop. First down, Irish.
13-yard gain on the play so far. Not too much razzle-dazzle from Notre Dame, just basic, well-executed football.
The ball is marked at the Boilermaker 37. Brooks and Pinkett in the I formation behind Steve Berline. Alan Pinkett. About 4 yards as he falls forward. You know Jack Purdue is going to be keen on Pinkett every time he touches the ball. Kevin Hawley and Brad Horner on the stop.
But Notre Dame can use that to their advantage.
Officially, they say his knee went down at the 34. The All-American Mike Kelly out over the football. Notre Dame back to the eye. Too much time. Steve Berline tried to change the play and was caught for too much time, so we'll be second and about 12. Minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the first period. Notre Dame fumbled the opening kickoff. The freshman Tim Brown booted it. Purdue got a field goal of 31 yards from Rendina. 3-0 Boilers. Berline, plenty of time. Joe Howard inside the 25. Jack, I hope we get a look at this. I think if Howard had continued to go outside, he was home free.
Here's Steve. Now, I don't think Howard was the primary receiver on this play. See, he looks away. He was looking at Bavaro. Jeff, you're absolutely right. If he had kept going in that direction, he probably would have been free.
Another first down for the Irish. 9:06 and counting, first quarter. Jackson in the slot to the near side. Howard is outside Milt. Alan Pinkett dives inside the 20. Melvin Menke tripped him up. There's a good indication, Jack, of just how quick Pinkett is. He didn't have much to go there and still got 5 yards on first down, and that is a big play when you're this close to the Purdue goal line. Pinkett outside to the 11. He has a first down. Kennedy Wilson put the helmet on him, and Allen is starting to roll a little bit. First and 10 from the 11. Ricky Gray comes in. Bavaro, shaken up slightly, comes out. Good place to have the ball, Jack, because you can't get a first down without scoring. Twin wide receivers to the left of the formation, Jackson and Howard. Alan Pinkett. Touchdown! Alan Pinkett may be small, but he is a very strong, small individual. Watch this. Allen will just carry two Purdue defenders into the end zone. That's power. Little time in the weight room, I do believe. Mr. Pinkett has scored the first Irish touchdown of the '84 season. With 7:55 left in the first quarter, Viracola will hold. The senior Kevin Kelly will snap it. Carney for the extra point. It is perfect. There's timeout on the field with a score, Notre Dame 7, Purdue 3. We'll be right back.
Steve Griffin and Rod Woodson are the two deep men for Purdue.
Kearney kicks it. He got all of it. Into the end zone. Woodson will not bring it out.
Well, Jeff, the new rule where you can't kick it out of the end zone does not seem to bother John Carney all that much. It just means he kicks it about 5 yards shorter. Jim Everett, the quarterback for Purdue. To the right side, Griffin. The quick stop of Rodney Carter. Leon Burnett said yesterday that he intends to platoon both Jim Everett and Doug Downing today, although he has also said that once the Big Ten season starts, he will not platoon. He will decide by then who will be the #1 quarterback. So far today, all we have seen is Jim Everett. In terms of total yardage for Purdue, they are at -3. No gain for Carter. 2nd and 10 from the Irish 20. Wide receiver to the near side, that is Jeff Price. He is guarded by Ballage. Draw play to King. And Bruce King gets a couple and then is met by a mass of navy blue and gold.
Hyman Golick spearheaded the defensive effort. Kowaleski and Furjanic also got in on the tackle.
As we watch it again, there is King, straight up the middle. And Furjanic was right there. He fought off his block to make the tackle.
To the near side is Rick Gruner. Leon Burnett sends in his plays via the wide receivers. Everett to throw. Gets out of trouble. Furjanic and Johnson squeeze him at the 27.
It was a good play all around, Jeff. Notre Dame had good secondary coverage, and then the secondary men came up to stop Everett when he tried to run out of the pocket. Pretty good rush there by the Notre Dame defensive line, and there's Furjanic and Johnson coming up there to make the stop.
Brian Thorson will punt the ball. He will hit it from about his 15. Back for Notre Dame. Alonzo Jefferson and Joe Howard. Alonzo at his own 35. The kick is nearly blocked by Wally Klein. It is up. It is a good kick. Alonzo at the 24. Straight up the field. Alonzo is down at the 29. They say he got to the 30 on forward progress. That's where Notre Dame will begin. This telecast is presented through the authority of WNDU-TV South Bend. And any reproduction or use of this material without written consent from WNDU-TV is prohibited.
Jeff, on that play, Joe Howard just destroyed Chris Dishman. Dishman, 6 feet tall, not that big, 165, but still considerably bigger than Howard, and Howard just laid him right out.
Dishman is not real sure where he is right now. He is being consoled by Rod Woodson. Dishman hangs in there. 1st and 10 Irish. Jackson and Miller, the wide receivers. Chris Smith. Not too much. Lost about a yard. Kevin Holly. Melvin Menke. Play took a little too long to get off the mark.
Smith did well to get back as close to the line of scrimmage as he did. Joe Howard was also shaken up on that block he threw on the punt return.
5:27 left, first quarter. Notre Dame 7, Purdue 3. The sophomore from Kirkwood, Missouri, Alvin Miller to the near side. Milt Jackson to the left side of the formation. Pinkett and Chris Smith, the running backs. Alan Pinkett on a draw. Kevin Sumlin got a hand on him. Kevin Holly finished off Pinkett. He gained 6. Bring up 3rd and about 5.
Let's take another look at this play. Burline, just a quick handoff to Pinkett. Well, he had a number of holes to choose from, and he probably took the one that he had the least space to get through, but was closest to him, and he just fought through the first 2 tacklers to come up with a pretty good game.
Passing situation. Mark Bavaro, the tight end, is quite adept in 3rd and 5 situations. Burline on the roll. Interference against Purdue.
Looks like Kennedy Wilson will be the guilty party. There is where the next rule change this year will come into play. First of all, we're going to watch the play again. Burline throws it. We should see, there's the contact right there. And so Notre Dame will get the football, and it should be, in this case, at the spot of the foul because it is inside 15 yards. Now, this year, any defensive pass interference play that takes place farther than 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, that will be an automatic first down and a 15-yard penalty. But you will not get the ball wherever the penalty is occurred unless it occurs within 15 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Thomas Femmert, the referee for today's game. You heard him on the call. 1st and 10 Irish at their own 45. Notre Dame leads at 7-3. Notre Dame is keeping a fresh crew of wide receivers on each play. This time it is Jackson and Howard. Burline fires. Joe Howard has it. Tommy Lee Myers, the defender, but Howard's precision route made the play.
20 yards on the play. There you see it. Very simple, down and out, a sideline pattern, but he ran it perfectly. And he did a good job of making the defenders think he was going deep. He got them to commit to deep coverage, and then he just cut it short, went to the sideline, caught the football, and I hate to say it, shades of last year. Right now, Notre Dame is making it look awful easy to march down the field.
Berline's having a great day. Solo backfield. That's Chris Smith. He gets it on the draw. He is to the 38, and Jack, when they take a look at films of that, Chris Smith will just kick himself because he had a lot of room to run back to the left side.
Jason Houston brought him down, so it'll hit the ball. It gained about 2 in the play. Ball's at the 34-yard line.
Joe Howard, an extremely wide split to the right side. This is Alan Pinkett. Purdue's playing it tough on the inside. Pinkett gets to the 30.
You've been seeing how Notre Dame intends to open up the offense this year. They intend not necessarily to use that much razzle-dazzle, but they do intend to use multiple formations to give the defense more things to worry about, and so that some of their plays are not as recognizable when they line up.
Scott Grooms, the backup quarterback, is signaling the plays to Berline. If you take a look at the All-American. 3rd and 5, Notre Dame at the Purdue 30. Alan Pinkett has the first down. Good block by Larry Williams from his guard spot. He pulled and got a nice block before Kevin Sumlin brought Pinkett down.
Take another look at it. Allen just takes the handoff. Nice block there by Chris Smith. And then Allen fights his way over the line for the first down.
2:59 and counting, first period. Notre Dame 7, Purdue 3. Along with Jack Nolan, this is Jeff Jeffers as the dedicatory game of the Hoosier Dome is underway. Pinkett on a counter. Nice play on the inside. Melvin Menke tripped him up. Kevin Sumlin also there. No gain for Pinkett. Well, Jack, you'd love to have a team in a position like this on their 25-yard line. You can do a lot of things with a 2nd and 10. Plenty of room to run those patterns deep. Berline rolls to the left. He has Chris Smith. It will be 1st and goal for Notre Dame. Kennedy Wilson on the stop. A packed Hoosier Dome.
And I guess we're not going to see that again, and it's too bad because that was executed so very well. The running backs both went to the right as Steve ran to the left, getting the flow of the defense to lean right. Then Smith came across the direction he'd originally started at. There was nobody near him. It's a perfectly executed play.
Mark Brooks in at fullback. Smith gets a rest. Alan Pinkett tries the left side. He's in traffic, shakes free, and is out of bounds inside the 5. Fred Strickland, the freshman, knocked him out over the boundary.
You know, a lot of people say that Alan Pinkett never gets hit hard. And watch it. This is an example of that. People get to him, but they glance off him. He has an amazing ability to shift his body so that no one really gets a good shot of his entire body. That helps him stay on his feet.
Kevin Sumlin has already had an afternoon. The 6'1", 213-pound sophomore linebacker has been everywhere. 2nd and goal, Irish from the 3 of Purdue. Mark Brooks. Touchdown.
Nothing too complicated about this play. Give it to Brooks. Nice hole opened up for him by the Irish offensive line, and he dove into the end zone. As you can see at the beginning of that play, the ball fake by Berline, first to Pinkett, and the fake that both Pinkett and Brooks made, each faking to go the other direction, did help the play.
Kearney for his 2nd conversion of the afternoon out of Viracola's hold. It is up. It is good. There's timeout on the field with the score. Notre Dame 14, Purdue 3. Kearney, who put it in the end zone, his first kickoff, kicks this one short for obvious reasons. The ball is fumbled. Let's see who gets it. The ball is close to being out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 14 of Notre Dame. Jim Everett at the helm for Purdue. Tailback give. Rodney Carter to about the 16. Wally Klein in the middle of that big Irish defensive line. Joe Johnson also up from his strong safety spot. Klein, if you're wondering how big Wally Klein is, he is 6'8", 278.
So far in the game, Jeff, Purdue has 13 yards rushing, no passing yards, and they have yet to record a first down.
Klein is now out. Dingens is in. Everett to throw. Has some time. Now it collapses. He fires. King has it. Nice grab, and he's knocked backwards. Gets back up to the 21. Golick and Kovaleski really gave King a shot, but he managed to maintain his balance and get back to the 21-yard line.
Mike Golick is not too happy with himself here. He made a nice hit right there, but they did not bring King down, and that is their job. In a sense, when Kovaleski and Golick collided, I think it took some of the force of the hit away from King.
Rick Bruner to the near side on a wide split. Steve Griffin to the right side of the Purdue offensive formation. 3rd and 3 from the 21 of Notre Dame. Here comes Joe Johnson on a blitz. They pick it up. They fire. It is complete to Bruner. First down Purdue. Ballage on the coverage. Ballage had him single coverage. Everett picked up the blitz well from Joe Johnson, and may have tipped it a little early, Jack.
Well, let's take a look at how the linebackers reacted to this particular blitz by Joe Johnson. You can see as soon as, so they don't give it away, they start to move, but that is the gamble that you take when you do blitz somebody. There's going to be a weak side, and Purdue took advantage of it that time.
That's the end of the first quarter with a score Notre Dame 14, Purdue 3. We'll be back.
We're back here at the Hoosier Dome with the second quarter is just about to get underway.
1st and 10 for Purdue at the Irish 31. Jim Everett fades and fires. And he has his man, Steve Griffin, into Irish territory in front of Pat Ballage.
Take another look at that. Purdue flooded that area of the field with receivers, and it worked. Nice pass thrown by Everett. As you can see, there is Griffin. But there were 2 men in that area. Marty Scott, the tight end, also went in there, and they ran basically the same pattern, so they were aligned 5 yards, one in front of the other, and it worked on that occasion.
Draw play to Carter. Good tackle by Golick, but Carter gained about 6 yards to the 41-yard line.
So Purdue with their most impressive offensive showing so far in the last few plays.
Second and 5, Boilers. To the near side, the wide receivers, Steve Griffin and Jeff Price. Everett to throw, quick out pattern, has his man. Good tackle by Johnson, but a first down recorded. Joe Johnson came up and made the stop on Rodney Carter, but the Boilermakers have a first down at the Irish 35. Jack, I would not be surprised to see Klein and Griffin go back into the game for Notre Dame on the defense. They're getting a rest right now in their Dorsey and Dingens. Rodney Carter hit by Kovaleski. Dorsey also got in on the stop. He dies for about 3. The inside linebacker, the sophomore from Newcastle, Indiana, Mike Kovaleski. .13:36 left first half. Notre Dame 14, Purdue 3. Ball on the Irish 32 for Purdue. Rodney Carter to the right side, has some room, and dives it to the 26. He is short of a first down. Joe Johnson over to make the stop, and Notre Dame's crispness on defense has suddenly left them. Jack?
Well, take another look at this play. Good blocking this time by the right side of the Purdue line. See how they trap the Notre Dame defensive line to the inside while Carter goes to the outside, and Virginia and Johnson have to come up to make the stop.
Griffin is back in the lineup, as is Wally Klein for Notre Dame. Bruner to the left side, covered by Ballage. 3rd and 1. Carter has the first down. Troy Wilson hung on and brought him down at the 23. Cedric Figaro, the freshman, in for Notre Dame, as Mike Golick leaves very shakily. Very shaky onto the sideline.
Purdue's 4th first down on the afternoon.
Everett has 1st and 10 from the Irish 23. To Carter. The deep handoff takes Rodney Carter to the 22-yard line. So a gain of 4. Correction, he is down inside the 20. Mike Gann on the stop.
There's a look at Mike Golick, obviously hurting right now.
2nd and a long 4 from the 17 of Notre Dame. Bruce King is met hard at the line of scrimmage. Wally Klein.
This is the way they diagram them in the playbooks on defense. Fight off your block, get through the hole, hit him head on.
Wally Klein is the cousin of Joe Klein of the University of Arkansas, the U.S. gold medal Olympic basketball team, and for 1 year at Notre Dame.
Sure, Bruce King can probably tell us just how soft that turf is after that tackle.
3rd and 5, Boilers, Irish 17. Notre Dame leads at 14-3. Everett looks to fire, does so, incomplete. Pat Ballage cut right in front of Steve Griffin at the worst possible time for Purdue, just as the ball was getting there. Ballage with a gamble that time. He's lucky that the ball was dropped. Field goal attempt. Mike Rendina will put it down at the 29, make it a 39-yard field goal. Brian Thornton, the punter, will hold. The kick is away. Flags are down, so we'll wait and see what the situation is. The flags were thrown by the backside officials. The field goal was good, so let's see if the penalty is against Notre Dame. Purdue could take it and possibly be in position for a first down. It's a first down for Purdue. 20 men on the field.
Somebody didn't get off for Notre Dame.
So a mistake by Notre Dame. Keeps the Purdue drive alive.
Too many men on the field.
1st and 10. Now will be 1st and goal from the 9. 1st and goal from the 9.
Now that is a costly mistake. So the Notre Dame defense is going to be tested again here.
Motion for Purdue. That is Marty Scott, the tight end. Carter right in the middle. And Greg Dingens was there for the stop. They are peeling off the shoulder pads of Mike Golick. He appears to have had a shoulder injury and is in a lot of pain on the sidelines. 3-yard gain. Second and goal from the 7. 10.5 minutes left first half. Notre Dame 14, Purdue 3. Kowaleski comes out. As Notre Dame goes to a goal line defense. Everett to throw. He fires. Touchdown, Purdue. Jeff Price on the receiving end. And the Boilers are hanging tough. Pat Ballard's beaten on the coverage.
Yeah, we're going to see it here. Ballard slipped as he tried to stay with Price. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it on the replay. He has gotten up. He had slipped before that. He was with Price, then he stumbled, kept his balance, but that was all Price needed, was that extra step to pull in the touchdown pass.
Rendina to convert. It is good. There's timeout on the field to score. Notre Dame 14, Purdue 10. We'll be back. Another bad news for the Irish. Mike Golick is not going to be able to play anymore this afternoon, I would imagine, as Rendina gets ready to kick off. He does so. Alvin Miller at the 7. Falls forward to the 27.
I'm sure that before the half is over, we'll get a shot of Mike, but Mike's left shoulder is heavily taped.
Very, very painful injury to the shoulder area.
A very big loss for Notre Dame.
Yeah. So Berline back on the field with his offensive core. Irish lead it 14-10. Mark Brooks to the outside. Clinches the defensive back, Chris Dishman, and is out of bounds.
A lot of people have been wondering, is Notre Dame going to use its fullbacks more this year? Well, you're getting that question answered in today's game. Both Mark Brooks and Chris Smith have seen extensive action so far, and that nice run by Brooks picked up 7 yards, makes it 2nd and 3.
The Purdue scoring drive, 14 plays, 86 yards. Good drive, 6-yard pass, Everett to Price for the 10th point of the Purdue afternoon. Here's Berline to throw. He has plenty of time, still plenty of time. Fires, has his man, Mark Bavaro, into Purdue territory and out of bounds. Merkel Williams knocked it out from a defensive back slot.
You got to credit this play to the Notre Dame offensive line. Berline just had all day long to throw the football. He had a couple of guys going deep. He wanted to go to them, but the Purdue secondary covered them well, so he just went to the safety valve, Bavaro, and they still picked up 26 yards on the play.
Into the game, the freshman Tim Brown in a wide receiver slot, along with Milt Jackson. Mark Brooks to the inside, to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5. Alonzo Jefferson now into the lineup. Merkel Williams on the stop. Alan Pinkett comes out. Second and 5, Irish. Brooks again hit hard and brought down. Mulchrome on the stop.
Join Marta Watson and Tom Randalls for the weekend edition of New Center 16 tonight at 10. John Hammes will have all the college football scores from around the country, and Bob Warner will have tomorrow's forecast. That's New Center 16 tonight at 10, 11 in Michigan.
3rd and 3, Notre Dame. The ball is at the Boiler 33-yard line. 8:36 and counting. First half, 14-10 Irish. Purdue jumped on top, 3-0. Notre Dame with 2 touchdowns. Purdue has come back to make it a 4-point game. Draw play to Brooks. He dropped the ball, got it back. And Notre Dame is going to have to punt the ball. Anthony Rose on the stop. 4th down.
Let's take one more look at it. Mark really didn't protect it all that well that time, and he took a couple of good hits, but he did do a good job of recovering the football.
Viracola will punt for the first time this afternoon.
Woodson, the lone deep man for Purdue.
There's a penalty flag down. The kick is a dandy one. Woodson with a fair catch at the 12. Now let's see what the penalty will be. Perhaps the Notre Dame player released a little bit too soon. Procedure call against Notre Dame.
And I'd be pretty sure that Purdue will take this and make Notre Dame kick it again.
2 inopportune penalties against Notre Dame have hurt, as have 2 fumbles.
That's what they're going to do. It cost Notre Dame 5, and Viricola will have to kick it again. He 26 yards on that punt, and that's a good punt in that situation, getting it deep into Purdue territory, but it is for naught. This time Steve Griffin is the deep man for Purdue.
Kevin Kelly to snap the ball. It's a good one. Here's Viricola to boot. It's another fine kick. Fair catch at the 11-yard line. Purdue will begin there. So a good job by the Notre Dame specialty units, as Viricola, who is renowned for being able to put the ball in a very, very small area without putting it in the end zone. 7.5 minutes left. We've got a dandy football game here. 14-10 Irish.
It's a good way to make sure a penalty doesn't hurt you. Notre Dame actually gained a yard after the penalty. 32 yards on the punt for Viricola. While Leon Burtonette said he was going to try to platoon his quarterbacks, we've only seen Everett so far here in the first half, and Everett's having a pretty good day.
Twin wide receivers to the near side. Carter. Hit after about a yard gain. Berjanik, Kovalevsky, Griffin, all on the stop.
You may have heard in the background, Oregon State leading Ohio State 19-9 at the end of the first quarter.
2nd and 9 for the Boilers. Everett nearly falls, comes up firing, has his man, and out of bounds for a first down. Steve Griffin, and they are picking on Pat Ballage big time. Ballage is respecting Griffin deep, and they're throwing underneath the coverage. First and 10 Boilers. They trailed Notre Dame 14-10. Ball is on the Irish 28. Draw play to Bruce King. Drives forward for about a 4-yard gain. Kovalevsky on the stop. And for Janik.
Get a good look at Bruce King there. King is from the Larry Moriarty School of Weightlifting. Spent most of the summer, most of the last couple of years lifting weights, and is really one strong individual.
Everett has his team on the move. They've already gained 20 yards in this drive. He fires. It is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Ballage as he closed well on Jeff Price. 3rd and 7 now for the Boilers. Big play for Purdue here. To the near side, Bruner covered by Troy Wilson. In motion is Bruner. Everett to throw. He has good protection. He fires. Crunched inside the 50 by Lawrence, and Johnson was Marty Scott, the tight end, and that time the coverage was very good because the rush wasn't that good.
Football was overthrown. Scott might have had a chance to catch the football if it was thrown a little better, although I think Everett purposely threw it away because he saw the coverage converging. Notre Dame that time had 5 defensive backs. Hiawatha Francisco was in there as the nickel back, and that coverage worked very well.
Brian Thornton to punt. Jefferson and Howard are deep. The rush is on. Thornton gets a kick. Alonso comes up, makes the grab, and is hit immediately. And a flag is down. It's going to cost Purdue 15 yards. Corey Cooper was a little exuberant after making a fine play.
It's too bad because Alonso probably should have called for a fair catch on the play. He did not. So Cooper was certainly within his rights to pop him, but he didn't just stop at that.
Well, they're going to give him the lesser of 2 penalties that they could give him. They say he interfered with a catch. I'm not so sure about that because it appeared to me that Jefferson came up to get it. Leon Burtonette is livid.
Take a look at it again. I may have missed the fair catch signal then. Because that's what they called.
Either that or they didn't give him enough room to make the catch, even if there was no fair catch signal.
Right.
Ball is at midfield. 6:04 left. First half, 14-10 Notre Dame. Pinkett is back in the game. Burline to throw. He fires. Intercepted. Kevin Sumlin on a nice play. And now Bavaro is into it. Flags fly everywhere.
Bob Ziltz is in there. Mark Brooks is in there. There's still some shoving and pushing going on. And finally, the officials have separated the members of the 2 clubs. 2 members of the Purdue coaching staff are out there as we watch it again. That showed the interception, but not what ensued after it as some tempers flared. Joe Johnson is indicating it's going to be offsetting personal fouls on both clubs, which will not affect possession or the position of the football.
Purdue will get the football back at their own 37-yard line. So Burline, for the first time this afternoon, forced the ball.
And that is one of the things they have been working on with Steve to get him to stop doing it, because he has a lot of confidence and he still has a tendency to sometimes try to make a pass that isn't there.
Notre Dame, after they got the 14-3 lead, seemingly has let up a little bit. They can't get the momentum they had. Here's a big series of downs. 5:59 left first half. Purdue 1st and 10. Play fake. Everett looks to fire. Lets it fly. That is Bruner. He has the ball and it's out of bounds.
Very, very close, but just out of bounds. Watch it again. Watch his feet. One is out. Pretty clearly it appeared on that replay that both feet were out. There was someone's head from the sideline standing in the direction, but his other foot was definitely out, and the second foot also appeared to be out.
2nd and 10 Boilers. 5:52 first half. Banks comes out. Notre Dame will go with a nickel defense. Hiawatha Francisco is the extra defensive back. Everett to throw. Heavy rush. He fires. Complete. Perfect pass against the nickel defense at the tight end right over the middle. Marty Scott on the grab into Irish territory. Steve Lawrence had to come over and make the grab, to make the stop, rather. Blitz.
13-yard gain on the play. And Scott just ran in the middle of the seam of the coverage between the linebackers and the secondary personnel.
Here's Johnson on a blitz. He will not get there in time. The pass is caught by Griffin. In front of Pat Ballage. Purdue consistently moving the ball here in the second quarter after a rough first quarter.
Another 13-yard gain, just a simple down and out pattern on the sideline. Sent one guy deep, the other guy cut to the sideline, he was open. Ballage again appeared to be guarding the deep man.
Everett to throw. Correction, hands off. The draw. Notre Dame there to stop it well. Wally Klein on the stop.
So Purdue lost a yard on the play. It's now 2nd and 11. The ball is on the Notre Dame 38-yard line.
2nd and 11. Bruner in motion. He fires. It is complete. Everett to Bruner. First down. Troy Wilson on the stop.
Purdue, along with the performance of Jim Everett, they are looking very, very good right now. Sending 3 receivers out each time. And one of them has had no trouble getting open over the middle of the Irish defense.
4.5 minutes left in half number 1. 14-10 Irish. Jim Everett fades, fires, nice pass right there, though, on a nice defensive play is Mike Kovaleski. The swing pass to Rodney Carter is snuffed out by Kovaleski.
Carter stumbled just a little bit after he picked up the football. And Kovaleski took advantage of that momentary delay.
Banks comes out. Francisco is in on 2nd and 13. Fake draw. Everett fires. Caught by Griffin. It is another first down for Purdue. Hiawatha Francisco on the stop. And fears of Irish fans that the secondary was the weakest part of the defense. I'm afraid those fears are right now being quite well founded.
15 yards on the play, and most of this Purdue drive has been achieved through the air.
Everett's getting a lot of time to throw. Ray Wallace is in a tailback now. Marty Scott is in motion. Wallace to the 10. He picked up 5. And Purdue comes out.
Purdue is within just a little over 10 yards of taking the lead in this ball game.
Bruce King to the outside. Right there on the stop, coming up nicely, Joe Johnson. We'll bring up 3rd and 3. Long 3. Rodney Carter and Ray Wallace both are in the backfield for Purdue. Big down in the football game. Play fake, rolling, firing, caught. And Carter is inside the 5. It will be a Purdue first down, 1st and goal Boilers.
Take another look at it. Little play fake, and then Everett quickly throws it to a wide open Rodney Carter. They had also sent Price deep into the corner of the end zone on that side. Carter was the short receiver, and he was the man who was open.
Less than 2 minutes remaining first half. Notre Dame leads 14-10, and that lead is in dire jeopardy. Purdue is going to talk it over. They're going to take a timeout. There's timeout on the field with a score: Notre Dame 14, Purdue 10. We'll be back. First and goal, Boilermakers looking to take the lead. 1:51 left, first half. Carter and Wallace, the running backs. King is in motion. Ray Wallace, fake, the fire in the end zone. Pass interference against Notre Dame. Steve Lawrence, the guilty party. The ball was not well thrown.
So that will move the ball half the distance to the goal line, and Purdue will get the first down. So they have 4 more shots to punch it into the end zone.
First and goal from the 3-yard line. Knifing in, not quite. Ray Wallace is inside the 1.
A minute 30 and counting left here in the first half of play. Notre Dame is still leading 14-10, but that lead very much in jeopardy at this point.
Right at the 1 is where the ball is marked. Second and goal. Purdue is in motion. It will cost the Boilers 5.
Should make it 2nd and 7 as the right side of the Purdue line jumped the count. Take it again. Watch the right side of the line.
So second and goal from the 6 now.
Doug Isbell and Dave Jamote, and the 2 men who jumped off sides on the play.
Brad Schumacher in the lineup for Purdue. Everett to throw. He's done well all day via the air. He has pressure. He gets away and is down to the 2-yard line. Mike Kovaleski made the stop for the first time this afternoon. The pocket collapsed around Jim Everett, and I think Purdue's going to take a timeout here.
Greg Dingens got free on the play, and he is the man who applied the pressure.
26 seconds remain in the first half. Purdue has somewhat of a dilemma right here. They have third and goal from the 2, but they have no timeouts remaining. Therefore, if they try a running play and do not make it, that field goal team is going to have to come on in a hurry. I would imagine this would be a pass play to the end zone, and if Everett sees that he can't get anybody, he'll just throw it away.
It would have to be. Now, the officials do have the option if there's a running play and they feel that Notre Dame players are intentionally not getting up and delaying the game. They could stop the clock for a few seconds.
Well, with 26 seconds, though, Purdue could even take a 5-yard penalty with a second remaining. Third and goal from the 2. King and Carter, the running backs. Pitch to Carter. He is outside and did not get in. Steve Lawrence on a big hit.
Seconds remaining. Purdue desperately trying to get their field goal team set up. We're down to 8-7.
The kick is good. So Rendina gets another field goal, his second of the day. Notre Dame will take a lead, albeit perilous, into the locker room. At the end of the first 30 minutes, a score: Notre Dame 14, Purdue 13. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Notre Dame will kick off the football to begin the second half of play. As you look at Hiawatha Francisco giving some final words of encouragement and instruction to the special teams. John Carney is set to kick it off. Woodson and Griffin, the deep men for Purdue. Carney boots it, and we are underway in the second half. Long, deep kick. It will go to Woodson at the 5, the 10. Tries to cut it outside. Gets away from a couple of tacklers, but he's still being heavily pursued by Notre Dame, and Lawrence chases him out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 15-yard line.
Once again, Notre Dame had a chance to really pin Woodson, and Woodson lost the handle for just a moment. And the Irish pursued him to the near sideline.
So Purdue will have it 1st and 10 from their 15-yard line. Everett still at quarterback. That is Bruner wide to the left. Griffin to the near side. The handoff goes to King. And King is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. The Notre Dame defensive line did not give any ground there. Tony Frajanic and a host of others were right there to make the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Notre Dame with 5 defensive backs. Hiawatha Francisco in there as the nickel back. Everett. The give to Carter, and Carter high steps his way across the 15 to about the 18-yard line, where he's stopped by Mike Kovaleski, and we have a flag.
We'll see who it's going to go against. I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct or a personal foul. And it's going to go against Notre Dame, and that's a stupid play because Kovaleski had made a dandy stop at that ball carrier. Personal foul, Notre Dame.
And you can bet that the Notre Dame coaching staff is upset about that one. A good play.
Yeah, you got them 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. And now it's 1st down. They're out of the hole.
And pretty good field position, too. Penalty brings it out to the 33-yard line of Purdue. And Purdue gets to start with a clean slate. Just underway, second half, minute gone, 3rd quarter. Bruner and Griffin split wide to the left. Everett gives it to Carter again. Carter trying to get outside on the right. Pretty good game there for Purdue as Troy Wilson finally brings him down, but not before he gets up to about the 39.
Jack, I've never seen this in college football before. In the first half, Mike Golick had his uniform, his shoulder pads and jersey off, and was taped up in ice, and he's back in the ball game. I have never seen a player with a shoulder injury be taped down in ice and come back to play that same day.
He was clearly in a lot of pain, so Golick really gutting it out here at a time when Notre Dame can use him. Split backfield for Purdue. Everett looking for Price. Heavy pressure, gets it away, and the ball is intercepted. Pat Ballage with the interception. He's still on his feet, running down the sideline. And he gets inside the 15, down to the 12. Big defensive play for Notre Dame, and a bad time for Everett to throw the football. He should have eaten it.
I'll tell you, Jack, that play was made by 2 men. One, Ballage, who stayed at home. And it's a good thing for him he did. He's had a lot of trouble today, but he comes up with a big play. Watch Kovaleski on the blitz. There you see 49. He's right in Everett's face. As I said during halftime, sometimes a big play against a passing team, a blitz here, an interception there, can turn it around. Ballage has his jersey pulled off. He's setting sail. They say he stepped out, though, at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 for Notre Dame. The ball is on the 27. Pickett and Brooks are the backs. Jackson in motion. The pitch to Alan Pickett, trying to get around the left side. Pickett still on his feet over the 25, and he's knocked down at about the 22-yard line. Kevin Sumlin on the tackle. Jeff, that's the kind of play that can swing the momentum back to Notre Dame if they can capitalize here.
You know, Notre Dame's offensive line there did something funny. They moved people out, but they didn't knock anybody down. Purdue strung the play out pretty well. Still, it's a 3-yard gain, and when you're inside your opponent's 30, 3 yards on first down is not bad at all.
Notre Dame ball inside the 24. Hand off to Pinkett. Pinkett dives down to the 20-yard line.
Purdue is daring Notre Dame to run the football. They are daring them to come right at them. That time they had an 8-man front. Pinkett got a couple.
Kevin Hawley, the man who made the stop. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 situation.
Well, Jack, the turnover, the interception by Sumlin turned it around in the first half for Purdue. Let's see if Ballage's staff does it for Notre Dame.
So far in this game, Pinkett has 53 yards rushing. Howard and Jackson split wide to the left. Now Jackson in motion. For a line to Pinkett. Pinkett close to the first down.
He is very close.
Melvin Menke on the stop. Purdue indicating he did not get it.
No, he didn't.
They spotted, he didn't. 4th and 1. Very early in the 3rd quarter, Jeff, what do you do?
I go for it. You go for it because right now you're looking at possibly a 35-yard field goal. I'd go for it.
And the Irish are going for it. Chris Smith goes in. The 2 wide receivers come out. Ricky Gray also in as an extra tight end.
And Notre Dame got a break right there, Jack. They had to reset the 25-second clock, so Notre Dame got a break.
Berline asking for quiet. The Irish going towards the student section. Hand off to Pinkett. First down. He got it. Yeah, in the air. They pushed him back, but he got it. They're going to measure, but it appeared to me that in the air he got it with ease. Purdue did hit him hard and push him back, but in the air he crossed the plane.
There you see Allen just diving. And they caught him in midair and pushed him back a little bit.
So it's the crucial spotting of the football.
That's it. Where they spot it. Yeah, first down.
15 carries, 57 yards now for Pinkett.
Now, they went on 4th down and made it. Now you got to get 6 out of this.
11:03 remaining here, 3rd quarter of play. Notre Dame with a 14-13 lead. Howard wide to the right, Jackson wide to the left. Brooks and Pinkett in the backfield. Give to Brooks. Brooks, lots of running room. Inside the 10, tripped up and lands at about the 6-yard line. Rod Woodson tripped him up, but a perfectly executed play to the fullback.
I tell you, if we get another look at this, Jack, you'll see Alan Pinkett does more than just run with a football. He put a devastating block on the perimeter. Watch number 20. He is leading the play. And just as Brooks makes his cut upfield, there you see the block by Pinkett. He made it on Tony Visco, and that sprung Brooks. 1st and goal from the ball is in between the 6 and the 5-yard line.
Full house backfield for Notre Dame. Brooks, Smith, and Pinkett. Berline, the pitch to Pinkett. Pinkett gets away from one man and fights his way just about back to the line of scrimmage. Good penetration there by Purdue. Fred Strickland is the man who got through to trip him up with some help from Kennedy Wilson. So that'll bring up 2nd down and goal. They lost a little bit on the play, about half a yard. The ball is now, the nose of it, touching the 6-yard line. Berline, give to Brooks, and Brooks powers his way right up the middle. Fumble football, and Purdue recovers it. Crucial turnover on that play for Notre Dame. Leon Burnett said his defense was better this year, and it has proven to be better so far.
It's fullback counter to Mark Brooks, and I think in trying to get the extra yard, he drops the football. Yes, he did. Tommy Lee Myers made the recovery. Purdue's in a deep hole, but they've got the football.
Well, Well, the Notre Dame defense can help the Notre Dame cause considerably here if they can bottle up Purdue. Everett with not a lot of room to work with. Bruner wide to the right. Purdue in the I formation. Everett gives it to Carter. Carter stutter steps his way out across the 5 to about the 7-yard line.
Jack, Notre Dame's just arm tackling him there. They had a chance to really knock Carter back, and he just broke a couple of arm tackles. Picked up 3-4 yards.
2nd down and 6. Tony Furjanic finally brought him down. And now Purdue with considerably more room to work with. Griffin goes wide left this time. Price wide to the right. Everett wants to throw. Pretty good protection. It's complete to Griffin. First down Purdue at the 22-yard line. Pat Ballage on the coverage. Jeff, that pattern has been successful for Purdue all afternoon.
Well, they pick up single coverage on that side. Notre Dame comes hard with a rush. Gann fighting his way. He's picked up on a double team, and there you see Griffin with a nice cut. The ball is perfectly thrown. Hey, when Everett has the time, he's going to complete the passes. Notre Dame's just got to get some heat on it.
Everett delayed draw to Carter. Carter gets a couple on the play. Kovalevsky brought him down. 2nd and 8.
Now, Pat Ballard's going to get a rest here. Mike Haywood goes in. Francisco and Figueroa also in the lineup.
Banks and Golick come out. Once again, Notre Dame in the nickel defense, 5 defensive backs. Everett wants to throw this time. Gets it away, and he throws it away. Pretty good rush that time by the defensive line of Notre Dame.
Yeah, Dingens came in tough, as did Tony Furjanic on a blitz. Hard to throw when you're on your back.
Purdue was trying to throw deep patterns that time, and that, of course, takes more time than the short ones. And he was not given enough time that time. So that makes it 3rd down and 8, and this is a very big play for Notre Dame. Notre Dame still in the nickel D. Out of the shotgun, Everett. Throws it over the middle. It's complete. Marty Scott with the completion. Gets inside Notre Dame territory. They will spot the football at the 47-yard line. Mike Haywood and Joe Johnson brought him down, but Purdue flooded everywhere with receivers, and they succeeded.
Yeah, they went shotgun, drag patterns all the way across the middle of the field. Once you break the midpoint of the field, you've got to step on a defensive back, and that was a tight end who came across.
29 yards on the play for Purdue. Attendance today, 60,672 here at the Hoosier Dome. 1st and 10, Purdue. Everett. The give this time is to Ray Wallace, and he gets across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line where Tony Furjanic brought him down.
Notre Dame's defense still giving up the big play. They play well until 3rd down, and then it seems like everything they try, Purdue just counters.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Everett will run it, and he has a lot of room to run, too. Gets over the 35, down to the 32-yard line that time. Joe Johnson came up to make the stop. But Purdue with another 1st down.
We'll take a look at it again. Simple case here, the coverage being good, and there's no containment on the rush. And Everett showing pretty good foot speed, takes it down. 1st down.
From the end of the 1st quarter on, Purdue has been very, very impressive.
And Notre Dame's got an injured player. John Whitmer, the trainer, is going to go out, and I think it's Golick. He's going to come out. Anytime the trainer has to come on to see a player, he'll have to sit out for at least one play.
Of course, if he doesn't, the team would be charged with the timeout, and they certainly don't want to do that at this stage. You got to give Mike Golick credit. He is obviously playing in a great deal of pain. Everett on the afternoon so far, 15 of 22 for 179 yards.
That's first half of the scoreboard stats, Jack. You are correct.
Everett wants to throw. Completes it to Bruner. Another sideline pattern is successful. Troy Wilson and Joe Johnson made the stop.
Play fake. Holds the backers for just a moment. Good protection by the offensive line. The pass not that well thrown. Bruner comes back for the ball. 1st and 10 at the Notre Dame 17.
Everett gives it to King, and Bruce King gets away. Nobody tackled him. He gets outside, gets over the 10-yard line. Joe Johnson brought him down, but when your secondary is making most of the tackles on the running backs, you've got a problem.
As I mentioned before, Notre Dame, a lot of arm tackling. They got to wrap them up. Point of attack was fairly well snuffed. King just bounces to the outside. The ball was down to the 9-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Very good piece of delicate running by King. He never ran into that big pack of Notre Dame defensive linemen so that they really couldn't get a good grip on him until he saw his hole. Everett pitches to Wallace. Ray Wallace with a big hole up the middle. Gets inside the 5. Wally Klein on the tackle. Eric Dorsey in the game now for Notre Dame. 17 first downs in the afternoon now for Purdue. Everett gives it to Carter. Carter fights his way down to about the 2-yard line where Wally Klein stopped him.
You know, Jack, it's interesting. Notre Dame had a chance to get an 8-point lead in this game if they would have scored after the Ballard's interception. You do not have senior fullbacks who have lettered for 3 years previous to this one fumble the ball inside the 5. You're not going to win games like that. And Purdue's taking advantage of every break Notre Dame's given them.
Which is what good football teams do.
Right.
Second and goal. Everett. Carter is stacked up. Good defensive play that time by Notre Dame.
3rd and goal from about the 3.
Mike Griffin made the tackle. There you see number 94. At this point, Jeff, it is also very important for Purdue to punch this ball into the end zone for the Boilermaker hopes. If they do not, that momentum swings back again, and it has to be demoralizing for Purdue if they fail at putting the ball in the end zone. And Everett's not sure what the play was from the sideline, so he's going to call a timeout. So there is a timeout on the field with the score, Notre Dame 14, Purdue 13. We are back at the Hoosier Dome, 3rd and goal from the 3 for Purdue. Bruner in motion. Everett wants to throw. The pass is short.
That's the first bad pass Everett's made all day because King was wide open. And Purdue's going to go for the 3, I would imagine.
That's a big play for Notre Dame.
Sure
Bruce
is.
King was unbelievably open in that situation. A good pass, 6 points for Purdue. But Everett's still having a great day. So Mike Rendina comes on to attempt the field goal. Spotted at the 10. It'll be a 20-yard field goal straight on. The kick is up. It is good.
He hit the upright, Jack, and it still went through.
So Purdue takes the lead. Purdue now leads Notre Dame 16-14. We'll be back with more right after this. Since the end of the first quarter. And right now, the Irish, for the first time since the first quarter, find themselves behind. The kick will go to Alvin Miller deep in the end zone, and he will stay there. Wise judgment on Miller's part. Notre Dame will have it first and 10 at the 20.
Plenty of time. 3:47 left in the third quarter. A final from Columbus. Ohio State survives, defeating Oregon State 22-14.
So Notre Dame will take over. First and 10 on the 20. That last scoring drive for Purdue. 14 plays, 97 yards. 20-yard field goal by Rendina. Long count by Berline. Pitch comes to Alan Pinkett. Pinkett. Purdue just did a good job of stringing out the run. He really had no place to go. Kevin Sumlin on the tackle. Jason Houston assisted on that play as you watch Allen walk back to the huddle. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. Mike Rendina sounds familiar to some of the Notre Dame fans at home. He is. When he was playing for Florida State in 1981, he kicked 3 field goals against Notre Dame. He has equaled that performance today. Berline, play action, rolling to his right. Pass, it's complete to Bavaro at the 40. Don Anderson brought him down, but not before a big gain for Notre Dame.
Watch it from ground level. Berline with the play fake on the counter to Pinkett. As Steve rolls, he looks and he just waits for the proper moment for Bavaro to come open. He was well covered, but still the pattern was run so well, there was no way they were going to stop it. No way they were going to stop it.
Good play for Notre Dame. 3 minutes remaining, third quarter of play. The Irish trail 16-14. Howard wide to the left, Miller wide to the right. Berline, draw play to Pinkett, and Allen just uses his speed to pick up about 4. Melvin Menke on the stop for Purdue. Now, we have been commenting on the lack of defensive intensity on the part of Notre Dame. Purdue has had pretty good defensive intensity through most of the game. Pinkett now unofficially 17 carries, 63 yards. 2nd and 6. The ball just across the Notre Dame 45-yard line. Berline wants to throw. Pass is complete to Miller. But there was a flag on the play. Rod Woodson made the tackle.
Berline on the roll to the left. Again, tough pass to throw. He wobbles it, but there's Alvin on a good pattern. The penalty appears to be against Notre Dame.
Legal receiver downfield. So once again, a Notre Dame mistake has cost them.
It's a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. It's going to be 3rd and about 11. Well, 3rd and 11 for Notre Dame.
6 penalties against Notre Dame so far in the ball game for a total loss of 47 yards. And in this case, on an illegal receiver penalty, the loss of down is probably the most costly part of the penalty. So it's 3rd and 11. Notre Dame is back at their own 40. Howard wide to the right, Jackson wide to the left. Pinkett in the wingback slot. Berline, straight drop back. The pass complete to Howard. Did he get his feet in bounds? No, he didn't. He was out of bounds. That's a good call. Kennedy Wilson on the coverage. Joe tried to get those feet in, but he just couldn't do it. And Notre Dame will have to punt the football. Jeff, it's these kind of mistakes that the Irish staff had hoped they had worked out in the last couple of years. But right now, it's been those costly mental mistakes that has cost Notre Dame. Mike Viracola in to punt it. Steve Griffin the deep man for Purdue. Viracola. Kick is relatively short, but it takes a Notre Dame bounce and will be touched by Fran here in the third quarter. It'll be Purdue ball, 1st and 10 at their 12. Pitch to Ray Wallace. Wallace gains maybe a couple.
Third quarter has gone by rather quickly as Dingens and Perjanik made the stop. 1:15 and counting remaining in the third quarter. Purdue has scored the only points of period 3, a field goal by Rendina.
Notre Dame back to 5 defensive backs. Everett wants to throw. Completes it to Carter out of the backfield. Carter's brought down by Pat Ballage. Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up,
I think it was Figaro over there, Jack.
Okay.
Along with Kovaleski. Now, see, that's not a bad play. You give him the short stuff. It's not a first down. It's still 3rd and a long 2, but still, Everett had too much time. It's going to be the last play of the third quarter.
King takes the pitch. He's got the first down. Up across the 30 to about the 32-yard line where Joe Johnson brought him down. 13-yard gain on the play. Troy Wilson also there to make the tackle.
Take a look at it again. You see, there's no way Notre Dame can defend that. Purdue just flips the ball out to King. Everett could have run for the first down. Joe Johnson over the hit, and then Wilson finishes him off. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Purdue 16, Notre Dame 14. We'll be back. Downtown Indianapolis, the Hoosier Dome, the site right now of what is in the making the major upset of the college football season. Purdue leading Notre Dame 16-14. Here with the fourth quarter call, Jack Nolan.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Notre Dame is going to have to get something going here pretty soon, and right now they have to try to stop what has been a very impressive Purdue offense. Everett. Nice give off to King. King, a big hole. Gets over the 45 and very close to midfield before Steve Lawrence tripped him up, along with help from Troy Wilson. But Purdue impressive on the offense.
Sprint dive to the fullback. Great block on the inside by Mark Drent. And then King just winds his way through the secondary. While he climbed back in, Dingens out.
17 yards on the play. 1st and 10, Purdue from the 50. Time the pass is complete to Bruner. And a touchdown-saving tackle by Steve Lawrence. 40 yards on the play. Notre Dame came with a linebacker blitz. But Bruner got free.
Notre Dame with an all-out blitz. They brought everybody. Everett with time to throw. Bruner against the free safety, Steve Lawrence. Wide open. Catch is made. 1st and 10, Purdue at the Notre Dame 15.
Everett, the blitz. Johnson does not get to him. The pass going into the end zone. Price makes the catch. Touchdown.
This crowd is stunned, and well, it should be. Joe Johnson was on the blitz, came way too far back in the backfield, and there you see Price beating Haywood, perfectly thrown.
Notre Dame gambled and got burned. Nice catch by Price. Rendina on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. The Boilermakers of Purdue have taken a 23-14 lead over the Irish of Notre Dame. 13:57 left fourth quarter. We'll be back after this. Rendina ready to kick it off. It's a deep kick. It will go to Jefferson at the goal line. Alonso slips one tackle, gets up to about the 18. So that's where Notre Dame will start it from. Jeff Lee made the stop. They spot the football at the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Notre Dame 19 for the Irish.
One thing Notre Dame has done is move the ball. It's just that mistakes have stopped every sort of drive ever since the beginning of quarter number 2.
Jackson wide to the right, Howard wide to the left. Burline rolls out to his right, completes to Brooks at the 30. Brooks gets up to about the 32-yard line. First down for Notre Dame. Kennedy Wilson on the tackle for Purdue. First and 10 Notre Dame, ball on the 32-yard line. Burline has some time. He's got a lot of room to run if he wants to keep it. Kennedy Wilson stopped Burline, and there's a flag on the play. Wilson getting up very slowly.
And personal foul for 15 yards for the Irish. There you see the late hit on Burline. Notre Dame will pick up an additional 15.
So Notre Dame is in Purdue territory thanks to the personal foul. 1st and 10 Notre Dame. The ball is on the Purdue 49-yard line. 13:18 left third quarter. Burline will keep it and slide across the 45.
Burline right there did something that Everett's been doing. You put pressure on the flanks, even if your men are covered, you can turn it upfield. Derek Wimberly slid on him, but it's a gain of 5 for Steve. There's plenty of time. Notre Dame should not panic. They're 9 points down. They've got to score twice, but they can easily do it because the offense has moved the football all day.
Draw to Pinkett, and Pinkett gets the first down. Rod Woodson on the tackle for Purdue.
Sprint draw. They use the fullback to seal off as Smith got a good block on Sumlin, and there you see Allen diving for the first.
They're going to measure, but it appears that he has it. Pickett now 18 carries, 69 yards on the day. He does. Pressure. Pinkett. Still on his feet. He gets down across the 25-yard line.
Fake screen left, screen right. Burline gets it over the defense. Here's Allen, reads his blocks well. Pinkett then cuts inside the defender. Tommy Lee Myers, and is down at the 25, 1st and 10. Irish, they're on the march.
Moore wide to the right, Jackson wide to the left. Brooks and Pickett are the backs. The give is to Alan Pickett, and he is just drilled in the backfield by Ron Woodson. Big defensive play for Purdue.
There's the story of the game in a nutshell, Jack. Purdue comes with a blitz, and they get a big, big play. 6-yard loss. Notre Dame has come with blitzes all day and hasn't done a thing. 2nd and 15.
Good shot of Woodson, the man from Fort Wayne.
Notre Dame's going to waste the timeout right here. 11 minutes, 4 seconds remain in the ball game. Notre Dame trails Purdue by 9. It is 2nd and 15 from the Purdue 30. Jack?
Miller wide to the right, Howard and Jackson wide to the left. Split backfield. Burline. Completes it to Pinkett. It's intercepted. Corey Cooper with the interception. And another big turnover for Notre Dame. There was a flag on the play, but it was thrown after the interception took place.
Not much else can go wrong for Notre Dame. Here you see Burline throws, and he just touches as he throws. Allen gets a shoulder pad on the ball. It goes right up into the hands of Corey Cooper. The play was going nowhere anyway. Purdue will get the football. They're going to lose 15 yards here, I believe. 10:54 left, and Notre Dame is really digging themselves a hole. Purdue's going to be faced with 1st and 25 here, Jack. Personal foul, dead ball, 1st and 25.
But they still have the football.
That's right.
And just 10:54 remaining here in this ball game, so the clock's certainly on the side of Purdue. After a productive first quarter, Notre Dame has done very little. Purdue has awakened. Everett, pitch to King. King, another pretty good game.
Also a flag. It may have an illegal crackback or a hole.
Joe Johnson made the stop. Holding against Purdue. So that will make it 1st down and 35. So if the Notre Dame defense can hold here, and by hold prevent it from gaining 35 yards, they're going to get the football back pretty quickly. Five-yard penalty correction, so it's 1st and 30. Pass is complete to Carter out of the backfield.
And Jack, what they're doing here, they're just trying to nibble away and get close to where they can make a big play on 3rd down. And they're also eating up a lot of clock. Notre Dame's got to score twice, must remember.
Troy Wilson made the stop. .10:04 remaining here in the ball game. 2nd and 21. Give is to King, and Bruce King spins his way up to the 35-yard line. Kovaleski on the stop. So they've cut it down. 3rd and about 18. Or 3rd and about 21.
Rick Bruner, wide receiver, made a big play.
Everett. Flags on the play.
I think the clock ran out on. Nope.
Legal procedure against Purdue. That'll march them back 5. So Purdue will now have the football 3rd and 27 from their own 30-yard line. So Notre Dame still a pretty good bet to get this ball back fairly quickly. Everett gives it to Ray Wallace. Wallace dives across the 30, tripped up by Wally Klein. So Purdue will have to punt the football away. Brian Thornton on to punt for Purdue. Deep men Howard and Jefferson for Notre Dame. Jess gets the kick away. Jefferson takes it, fumbles it, picks it back up, and is tackled. So it'll be Notre Dame ball, 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 34-yard kick for Thornton.
Notre Dame's got to come up with some points on this series right here, Jack. 8:37 left, 2 timeouts for both teams. Marco Wilson on the stop.
Notre Dame student section beginning to cheer, trying to urge their team on. Purdue, 8 minutes and 37 seconds away from an upset. 23-14, the Boilermakers lead. Howard and Jackson wide to the left, split backfield for Notre Dame. Furline wants to throw. He's sacked. Melvin Menke on the sack for Purdue, and another big defensive play for the Boilermakers.
Good coverage by the Boilers secondary. No one was open. Watch it again. Menke, number 91, beats his block. Steve's still looking, has to take the sack. Jeff Lee into the game, nickel backfield for the Boilers.
3 wide receivers for Notre Dame. Furline steps up in the pocket and gets sacked again. Horner and Menke finally brought him down, but there were 4 or 5 Purdue players pressuring Mr. Burline, and things do not look good for Notre Dame right now.
Certainly don't, Jack. If you want a turning point in this game, go back to the beginning portion of the 3rd quarter. Notre Dame taking the ball in after an interception. Mark Brooks fumbled, turned the entire complexion of this game around, and you could have seen it coming in the 2nd quarter. There's still plenty of time left, but Notre Dame's got to get it on track and quickly.
3rd and 21. Need a big play here. Furline going deep. Jackson complete, and it's a 1st down. Jeff Lee brought him down, but that is the play they needed there desperately.
And they get single coverage. Milt Jackson on the corner against the nickel backfield. Burline straight as a string. Puts it right there. Milt knows where he is in terms of 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 Notre Dame. The ball is on the Notre Dame 49-yard line. But the clock is against the Irish. 6:50 remaining in this contest. Burline. Pass complete to Miller. Another 1st down for Notre Dame. Ball will be spotted at the 36-yard line. Don Anderson on the coverage for Purdue. So So once again, Notre Dame moving the football, but really they have moved it all afternoon. It is a similar problem to what they had last year. They move the football, but they have trouble getting it into the end zone. The Irish are hoping that will change very quickly. Line to throw again. The pass is knocked away.
Superb defense. Great defense by Donnie Anderson. And that's a good play for Notre Dame to run on first down. Stops the clock.
You know, at 6'4", Alvin Miller is a pretty big target, and that's what they intended to do as we watch it again.
Anderson is all over Miller, has great position. Anderson came closer to catching it than Miller.
But Anderson got the position that negated Miller's height. He was in such a place that Miller could not use his height to advantage on that play. Line to throw again. This time the pass is complete. That is Brown. And it's another first down for Notre Dame. Tim Brown, the freshman from Dallas, Texas. Tommy Lee Myers brought him down. The Irish continue to move the football. First and 10 for the Irish. The ball is on the 17-yard line of Purdue. Draw play to Chris Smith. Not much there. Brad Horner broke through and tripped him up.
Crowd didn't like it, but you have to keep the defense on it. You can't pass on every down with still 5:43 left in the contest. Now you'll see Steve go back to the air. You hope that maybe you could pop through there, get a first down. Thing is, Jack, Notre Dame can still kick a field goal. They got to score twice, so they just want to hang on the ball, take the 3 if they have to.
Berline wants to throw again. Had the time, passes in and out of the hands of Mark Bavaro.
Ball was not thrown that well, but Mark should have had it.
Third and 10 now. 5:21 remaining here in the ball game. Purdue leads at 23-14. Berline jump pass. This time Bavaro holds on and gets inside the 6. Corey Cooper tripped him up. Quick little jump pass over the middle, and that time it worked.
Berline, 2-step drop. There is Bavaro making a nice grab. Try to get into the end zone. Notre Dame's got to hurry up. They're wasting too much time getting these people in. First and goal from the 6.
Right now they have just 10 seconds to get this play off. Pitch to Pinkett. Pinkett. Not much. Maybe past the line of scrimmage, but not much more. Jeff Williams brought him down.
The story of this game, in addition to the fired-up Purdue offensive defense, is the fact that the Purdue coaches have negated Alan Pinkett as an offensive force in this game.
Second and goal from the 6. Berline. The option to Pinkett. Gets outside. Touchdown!
Option play to the short side. Notre Dame has not run a good pitch by Berline, who was an option quarterback in high school. Allen dives in. Notre Dame is hanging in there. Finally has awakened.
John Carney on to attempt the extra point, a very important extra point. Right now it is Purdue 23, Notre Dame 20. Kick is up. It's good. There's a timeout on the field with the score. Purdue 23, Notre Dame 21. We'll be back. Carney is ready to kick it off. Deep men are Jeff Lee and Corey Cooper. Purdue anticipating an onside kick. They don't get it. It will go to Jeff Lee inside the 5. Pretty good coverage by Notre Dame. They bring him down around the 18-yard line. And this is seat squirming time, both for Purdue and Notre Dame. First and 10 for Purdue from the 18-yard line. Bruner and Griffin wide to the left. The pitch is to Carter, and Carter is stopped by Joe Johnson. Big play.
Smart play by Purdue, good play by Notre Dame. Purdue wants to run the ball a little bit, eat up some of that clock. 3:57 and counting. Notre Dame trails by 2.
Purdue will be in no hurry.
Notre Dame still has 2 timeouts left.
Second and 10. Price and Griffin wide to the left now. Carter now wide to the right. Everett's going to throw. Everett runs out of the pocket. He's got room. Ballage stops him.
Pat made he had to make the tackle. He should have just forced him out of bounds there. And here's a big down coming up, 3rd and about 4. Good play by Everett. Nobody open, don't risk the interception.
And Notre Dame uses a timeout. 3rd and 3 for Purdue. The ball is on their 25. Everett wants to throw. And he is sacked by Mike Gann.
To say the least, a very big play. King was open in the flat, but there is Gann, who whipped Doug Isbell, and there's the sack. Well, Notre Dame's going to get a chance, Jack.
Thornton in the punt. Gets it away, but it's not a good punt. Let's see where it bounces. Takes a Purdue bounce. Jefferson will pick it up at the 41, and he fights his way out of bounds at the 40. First and 10, Notre Dame. They're at their own 44-yard line. 2 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in this ball game, and Purdue leads it 23-21. Berline wants to throw. Intercepted. Kevin Hawley with the interception for Purdue. The play did not develop as Berline anticipated. He tried to go to his safety valve, but it was short. Right into the arms of Kevin Hawley, and that could be the ball game.
Fake screen right, look at the screen left. Berline reacted poorly to the pressure. He had more time than he thought.
Let me correct myself. That was Don Baldwin, number 98, not number 99. So Don Baldwin with the big play for Purdue. So Purdue has it, 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. Carter gets down to the 20.
Notre Dame only has 1 more timeout. Purdue is within field goal range. Pretty dark right now for the Irish.
Well, as Purdue makes some very major mistakes here, they should have this game wrapped up.
2 minutes to play in the game.
Don Baldwin, a junior, 6'4", 244-pound end, just came up with the play of his career. The give is to Carter again. And Carter created his own hole and gets close to the first down. Rodney Carter. Greg Dingens finally brought him down. They spot the ball at the 16-yard line. The clock continues to roll. 1:17 remaining in the game. Purdue leading 23-21. Purdue has 2 timeouts left. Notre Dame 1. Johnson on the blitz. They go the other way. Carter first down and more. And Purdue's going to win this ball game. Pat Ballage on the stop. 57 seconds remaining. Notre Dame has no timeouts left. Purdue leads this 23-21, and the Boilermakers have played themselves a heck of a football game. Everett, they're just going to run out the clock.
Nothing Notre Dame can do.
Somebody made a mistake. The scoreboard clocks never started. And Everett is pointing that out now. It's still at 57 seconds. So now the officials are going to stop it again and try to figure out how much time they should take off the clock.
Leon Burtnett, great job of coaching.